funny thing about this is that the game was close. Kind of the whole game. Detroit actually made a run in the third quarter, and it was a 1-point game. Keep that in mind now. Tobias had 10 points at halftime. He had 1 point in the third quarter. Detroit was making a run. With 4 minutes left in the third, Nick Nurse put him on the bench after he got bodied by a guy named Me Too. I thought that was a knockoff Amazon website. Turns out it's an NBA player. He was just waived by the Memphis Grizzlies 48 hours ago. He bodied Tobias Harris in the paint, finished a layup, and Nick Nurse immediately put him on the bench and put Ricky Council back in the game. Sixers make a run. Sixers continue to make a run. Daryl Morey still doesn't put Tobias back in the game to start the fourth. 3-4 minutes into the fourth, Sixers are extending the lead. Now it's 12, 13, 14. Buddy Hield's hitting threes. Kelly Oubre's attacking the paint. Still doesn't put Tobias back in the game. Sixers up 19 points. Seems like all the starters are about to go out. 5 minutes left. Brings Tobias Harris back in the game. So we can do a little bit of stat padding at the very end of the game. You see, this is what I get every day with the people on Instagram in the comments section or wherever in the comments section saying, "What are you talking about? He wasn't part of the win. He had 17, 12, and 6." What did he have? What did he have? He had 15, 12, and 4. That was a pretty good guess. But really, he had 11. And really, he was getting his ass kicked in the third quarter and got benched for it. And came back in after the game was over. Got a couple more buckets. I do like the 12 rebounds from Tobias Harris. I think it's very interesting. When he was on the floor with Kelly Oubre, he was deferring to him again, which is fine. I like that. I like the fact that Tobias Harris is not cocky and doesn't take shots away from people. He says, you know what? They overpaid me. I'm the third option. I'm going to get down here under the rim and try to get some boards. And that's what he did. And really, I don't know what kind of conversations they're having leading up to the playoffs, but like 28, this game right here. This game right here from Tobias Harris is what I want to see happen in the playoffs. This game right here. Be physical. Use your size under the rim. Fight for some damn rebounds. Don't take shots away from anybody on the offensive end. I'd rather have a Kelly Oubre aggressive drive to the rim than you backing somebody down for 21 seconds. You start to get beat up in the third quarter. You start to look like a little bit of a fraud in the paint. Nick Nurse puts you on the bench. The team makes a run without you, and he doesn't put you back in until we put him away. 28 minutes, 15 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists. Not a lot of boneheaded plays, not a lot of turnovers or airballed layups or missed dunks or anything like that. This is solid Tobias Harris game. From Tobias Harris, from Nick Nurse, from the Sixers making a run when he went to the bench, from Nick Nurse not forcing it and putting him back in. He used Tobias Harris in this game pretty much like a 5th or 6th option, and it worked perfectly. And that's how he should use him in the playoffs. And I mean that. And I mean that. That's how he should use him in the playoffs. If you have to use him. I'll take the 12 rebounds. Just give me 15 and 12 and 28 minutes. I don't care how much money you were paid. Just give me 15 and 12 and 28 minutes and get the hell out of the way. And it's all good. Sicko leader. 3 things I really like lately. Reed is a bench power forward. Melton back. Shot will come. And I do like Harris off the bench behind K9. Do we really think that's going to happen, though? You know what I mean? And I think if you start Tobias, tonight is how I think the rotation should go with Tobias Harris. He's not a forceful player. He's not a guy that's going to put the team on his back in a certain line, in a certain segment of a game like Kelly Oubre did tonight at the end of that third quarter. He's kind of just a guy. We know that. And I think tonight is how you should use him. Use him for what he's good for. And when a lineup that doesn't involve him is extending the game and putting it away, leave him on the bench. And then bring him back in a little bit later so you can stat pad a little bit. So he can get his numbers up a little bit. So that little sign and trade maybe in the offseason looks a little better. Fine with me. Finishing a game, Scott, that's definitely still a thing that's out there. That, we've seen it a couple times this season where he wasn't playing great. A certain lineup was playing a lot better, and they brought him in the final minutes anyway. I think there's definitely lineups that are more efficient than some of those Tobias Harris lineups, like a Cameron Payne, Kelly Oubre, Maxey Embiid, Lowry. I don't know. We'll just see, man. We'll see. I think there's politics at play, but I have to hope that the Sixers are just going to give Nick Nurse the freedom to, I'm going to put the best lineups out there that I think are going to win this game. If Tobias Harris is cooking and has 27 points going into the fourth quarter, then by all means. But I thought I really liked what Nick Nurse did with the lineups in this game. I really liked what he did with the lineups in this game. And I think the last thing I want to say is Buddy Hield back. Buddy Hield cooking a little bit in this game. Buddy Hield, it's amazing what playing the Detroit Pistons will do for you, Confidence is down. You're not feeling too good about yourself. You feel like you can't make a shot. You know what I mean? Your girlfriend just broke up with you. You really want to get out there and start talk to some new prospects, but you don't have any confidence. You just got to go play the Detroit Pistons, man. That'll bring you back on your feet. I was going to make a crazy analogy. No, I'm not going to do that. All right, I'll say it real quick. Playing the Detroit Pistons is like going to spring break after your girl broke up with you, 3 days at spring break, you got your confidence back. That's all he needed. All he needed was a game against the Detroit Pistons, and boom, he's back in action. Getting some open ones, like he's been getting open ones, but he's been hesitating lately in games. He wasn't hesitating at all in this game, and playing off of Joel, getting wide open shots off of the Joel Embiid gravity. A play that stands out to me is just simple. Joel Embiid on the elbow, gets a double team, kicks it to Batum. Batum swings it to Buddy in the corner, wide open. And when Buddy's the confident Buddy, that wide open three is automatic. And that's a hockey assist for Joel Embiid. You know what I'm saying? He's open there in the corner because Joel got doubled at the elbow. So, yeah, it was nice to see Buddy Hield get his shot back and get his confidence back. Again, playing the Detroit Pistons. It's amazing what playing the Detroit Pistons can do for your confidence. He had 18 and 6 rebounds, 6 for 12 from the floor, 5 for 9 from 3. We'll see if Buddy continues to play that way, continues to get his confidence back, and continues to ramp it up.